I mean, that's live.
Looks like it.
I mean, alrighty. I think we're good. I don't think anyone got though. That's fine. This is 9 a.m. Who the heck shows up for 9 a.m.? I need to cater to the Europeans.
Surprising number of Germans buying my books.
They buy so much science fiction fantasy. I don't even know how I'm discovered over there, but I get like a good third of my sales.
I mean, German is basically the biggest European English-speaking country, really. Like, you get that weird thing with Germans being spurgs about wanting you to speak German, despite the fact that they advertise that they themselves speak English. But in reality, the country is a huge vein of English-speaking, or rather, of odd fucking hell, of consumers for English media. Fucking, I speak so little in day-to-day life that I stumble over my own words.
God, it's been so long since I've played. I'm not sure I remember what the controls are.
I think you can go into a
There's Wish Time. I totally forgot about that. Good morning, John A. Douglas. Yeah, I just saw your post on my sort of Mistborn video. I was not expecting to wake up to 200 views. Did you see that, Akaso?
Nope.
So a guy just who likes me on Twitter was complaining that why aren't there special enzymes to digest the metal? I don't understand. From Mistborn.
Jesus fucking Christ, Mistborn is already hard enough with the magic. Oh. Too hard, I would argue.
Well, yeah. First of all, it explicitly says that you burn off the metals. And it's like that's why you don't have metal toxicity. It's like explicitly stated. But I made the video about like the way that they burn off the metals. I don't believe is ever explained.
Of course not. That was stupid.
That was exactly the point of the video.
There's with magic systems, you get to a point where if you want to really explain things in depth, you have to either go the science route, where it's working with scientific principles and it becomes pure autism fuel and you completely fuck up your audience reach, or you go to the point where you're just divorced from reality and you're basically in Shan Shao cultivation realm, where it's got its own rules,
pain.
mostly divorced.
I don't appreciate that. Apparently, I can't witch time if I'm picking up a weapon.
I mean, yeah, it's animation locking.
Yes, I probably could and should. Like, there is a legit argument, John, that I should just become a Fanderson fan channel for a bit. Because I do like his books. They just don't give enough variety for me.
Brando Sando is fine. He's fine. And that's a compliment.
I basically say, bro, I've read 10 Brandon Sanderson books. I have done my duty as a fantasy fan.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever read a Sanderson book, actually.
Oh, no, genuinely. The Mistborn series is quite fun. It's Western, it's basically Western shonen.
Yeah, I've heard that. I remember reading this one book about pirates that walk on the ocean. That made me and every time I hear about Mistborn's magic system, it makes me think of that book for some reason.
Pirates that walk on the ocean. Called. So what is this, reverse One Piece?
I don't know. It's about It's a nautical setting, and obviously the villain is like a deep ocean themed thing. Rather the major antagonistic force. I have to look it up. Hold on.
Morning, Emily.
What am I doing? I think I have it in my. I think I have it on my shelf. Give me a second.
Oh my god, a writer who actually has books handy. By the way, how is the relative volume? Let me know. I did figure out how to get subtitles. This is a big improvement from the first time I tried playing Bayonetta.
Nope, don't have it. I think my sister took it.
So your family reads. Impressive.
My sister does. I read, but I haven't read a physical book in a while. It's mostly online now. Hmm.
Dude, it kills me in these old school arcade style fighters where I'm just sitting here at 31,000 rings and the only thing I can buy are like restoration angels. Or where did that even come from? Restoration items.
Also, apparently they can't hear the game audio.
Can't hear the game audio. Okay, so that means game capture isn't actually capturing. That would explain that. I can fix that. Okay, so it should be capturing now.
Found it. It's The Wave Runners by Kai Mayer.
Yep, I haven't heard it.
Of course,
There are actually so many books out there that are good to read, but who has the time to read?
It apparently isn't even in print anymore.
Ooh, I am not good at dodging right now.
What weapons are you using?
What?
What weapons are you using?
Ace? I haven't been able to afford to buy something.
Oh.
Dude, this is like chapter 2 of the game.
No, of course.
And I've never played this before. I don't even remember how to fix that. Like, I have to trigger witch time or something.
Yeah, you trigger witch time by dodging at the last possible moment.
I think I can just lure the enemies back over.
I don't know. Usually the arenas lock you off when you trigger them.
Oh, but I'm still in the same area, aren't I? Nope.
Yep. There you go. I remember something being busted in the first game, but not what. I'm pretty sure it's the Wicked Weaves, the big
Thanks for confirming, John.
Punches.
Oh, well. I guess that explains that. By the way, so we have a couple viewers now. People have trickled in. It's been 10 minutes. You should definitely introduce yourself. Everyone, I hope, knows who I am.
I do believe I should. Even though I really hate doing that.
Welcome to the advertisement game. You've been at this longer than I have.
Sorry, what?
You've been at this longer than I have. How are you not used to this?
Because I don't advertise myself. The most advertisement I've done is posting my shit in like Discord servers that I joined, and like if someone asks for a book or like asks about genres that they're interested in, then I will often like bring up my own work if I think it's pertinent. And no, it's God, I fucking wish I was Terangel. I'm Akaso. I write on Royal Road, and I grift Patreon for money.
Oh, no, I'm so...
Right. Yeah, I write. You could say I write like internet, like web novel trash. I write lit RPG. I write cultivation. But I would like to think that I write a non-trashy, subversive in the good way version of that genre, because that's more or less what the reviews say. So who am I to disagree with them?
I don't know, I've definitely disagreed with reviews, both positive and negative. I've definitely gotten praised for things I don't.
That's true.
That might be
certain...
that very well may be a me.
Well, it's fairly easy to agree with reviews that praise you for the things that you want to be praised for, or rather that like if you write a detective story and the review praises the twists and the reveals, then obviously you're gonna wanna believe that review. And doubly so if it's most of the reviews.
By the way, I totally understand why people talk about like web novel trash and the meandering structure and nonsense prose of just padding word count. But sometimes you get a story where it just works, and I think it comes down to character, because you know me long enough. You know that I'm like addicted to the Grimgars, which is 100% like popcorn slop. Like there's nothing to.
Yeah, people act like, especially on Fortune, especially on fucking Lit, these dipshits constantly seethe about Lit RPG trash and how it's meandering and how it doesn't go anywhere, how it's millions and millions of words just milling about the same shit. Like, bro, have you read pulp? Have you read any serialized fiction, even if it's modern, even if it's not pulp? Like, those things get up to 500,000 words easy, because it's every single fucking week in the magazine. It's the same thing with web novels. You're just writing serialized fiction. A fair number of classics, I think I remember, coming from like serialized books where it wasn't written as like book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it was actually just like chopped up from the serialized mass.
You're talking about stuff like Dune, right?
I don't think Dune was.
It was originally serialized in a tractor repair manual. Oh my god.
Was it?
Can I play one-handed, you think?
Don't think so. I do not think so. Maybe if you don't.
Oops.
No.
Burn off! Jesus Christ. Dude, why does technology always take a dump as soon as you need it to go fast?
The machine spirit senses your fear.
Yeah, I just hate the amount of like spam messages I get on my phone. I forgot to mute it before the stream. Oh, joy, I'm flying now. Oh, saw that coming. Have a good one, John. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a like. YouTuber things. You know, I want to pass on that. That was because I was streaming, because I'm streaming, had to turn on my phone. It has nothing to do with me being bad at this game, okay?
Common streamer moment.
Is there some kind of magic that causes my family to call me as I start live? By the way, are you reading the book club? Because I know you're in my Gilded, but I think you have skipped Elric, right?
I am not in your Gilded. I don't think so.
What?
I also don't have Gilded open like 90% of the time.
I swear I can find you in my Gilded. Did you join and forget? Because it's a weird thing, you know, knockoff Discord.
I am. No, I am in a drink with Crazy, and I am in some spoiler talk. If I am in your Gilded somehow, then I don't see it.
You should join. What the heck? In fact, everyone who is interested in the book club should join the Gilded. To be honest, Elric, very pulpy. I'm not sure... Dude, I actually am just bad at the game right now. I have no excuse this time. Well, that's why I can't afford any of the fancy weapons. But yeah, I have the link to my Gilded in the description here. People who want to read the monthly book should join, because Elric has proven to be really good, but it's also not what would be acceptable today in a lot of ways, I think. At least the first installment of Melnibone would not fly today.
Like, in terms of editing or content?
No, the editing's fine. It's the way the world gets presented, where it almost doesn't. Things just get stated. And not to mention, like, the entire plot is a damsel in distress. So, you know, modern sensibilities.
Of course. Evely Music, I poorly introduced myself. I am... just call me Akaso. A-K-A-S-O. I was invited to be a guest on the stream and to shill my books, but I've been doing a rather poor job of it by going on tangents.
Oh no, that's actually doing a good job at it. Yeah, I'm kind of a weird guy, but I suspect I'm not that weird. It's just self-defeating, because I think show up and chill, like, if it's just that, like, author interviews. I need a few shots or something, apparently. It is so early in the morning. I probably shouldn't, but apparently I can't play without drinking.
I think you're not... I'm pretty sure you should have a super mode.
I mean, I don't remember what the button combo is.
You should have a super mode.
I have full magic bar. I just genuinely don't remember how to do it. I haven't played.
My brother in Christ, I'm gonna spoon feed you the controls.
Please do. That's how I am beating Simon's Quest.
Oh wow, it actually isn't. You don't get a super mode until the second game.
Okay, then it's just, I need to get better. I hate AoE effects. But yeah, anyways, channels that are just interview authors, let them talk about their product. I don't actually understand the target audience for that, because I don't think I've ever bought a book that way. Everyone I know who reads has a long list of things that they should be reading.
I think those are targeted at people who are either already fans or already interested in a given author.
Pretty much.
How are you doing combos?
Poorly.
Like just spamming? Or just
I'm trying to
just
remember
mashing?
the ones that work. I only own 2 combos, you realize. You have to unlock them in this game.
Yikes. A bit of a downside that the loading screen minigame doesn't really do much when you have an SSD.
Yeah, this game's from 2009. My computer processor is quite a bit stronger. Dude, I don't understand why sometimes I get to dodge that and other times I don't. It's like I dodge the impact but not the explosion.
Probably animation locking, if I were to guess.
Probably expecting me to be using health items, to be honest, but I don't actually remember. I never buy any.
No, you're not supposed to use health items. It's the breed of DMC games, so it doesn't want you to use health items. Like it's gonna dumpster your grade if you use healing items. I'm pretty sure they also get more expensive if you buy them, to discourage you from using them.
Fair enough. Dude, I should be playing Armored Core right now. I'm a bad streamer. I should have been playing Hollow Cure last week and Armored Core this week. It's like I don't actually know how to do this.
You could
Sitting here
probably
playing
switch.
decade
Honestly, you could probably just switch to Hollow Cure midstream. It's like 200 megabytes.
Oh, I already have it installed.
It's a good game.
It looks like a lot of fun, yeah.
It's unironically just Vampire Survivors, but anime woman.
Yeah, that sounds like a
That's
good
what
game.
it is.
I actually never played Vampire Survivors.
Fair.
Yeah, honestly, that's part of the reason I decided that I should start doing these gaming / hangout streams, is because of how many games I own and I have not actually. That is such a bullshit hitbox. My god. Oh, but how many games I own and I haven't actually played? And I was just like, I should give myself a special reason. Dude, I have not actually learned its animations yet somehow. Alright, so let's go back to talking stories and stuff. I genuinely think that anyone who looks down on successful genres like romance or lit RPG and has not hacked it already has no fucking right to look down on those genres.
Fair point. However, I hold deep disdain for romance. I will freely admit that I'm a hypocrite, but I absolutely disdain romance. Also, try pressing punch plus kick while your gauge is full.
Okay. Is that how I'm supposed to activate that?
When you have your gauge full and you press punch and kick at the same time, you can do a torture attack, which I'm
well,
busted.
it prompts me for that. I can't torture attack the boss. But yeah, like, honestly, if I could go back in time, I would tell myself to not bother releasing standalone books until I have a successful series on Royal Road. And it's not because, like, that's the best way to do it, but basically, if you can't succeed on Royal Road, that means you don't actually understand why people read fiction.
Yeah, also that. It seems easy to succeed on the Royal Road. Seems.
Seems. It's not, though.
Every fucking time. Every fucking time they... See you, Evelyn music. Every single time someone misspells my name, it's Asako.
Brought that on
No,
yourself.
yeah.
Unless that's like actually your birth name.
I don't remember where I got it. I actually do not remember where I got that pseudonym from. It might just be Osaka backwards. Like the region in Japan.
Fair enough. By the way, if you don't mind, what country do you actually live in?
Slovakia. Bumblefuck nowhere.
This is a heck of a game. I'm not sure that the first one is... It probably got improved on a... Oh, wow, I missed entire mission.
No, you missed fights.
Fights. Interesting. Got a stone award, I guess I'm not...
You probably also missed collectibles.
Be gay, do crime. Oh, I was making fun of your name. Oh, God.
Well, you suck at arcade shooters.
Good. Probably correct, though. Alright, so I'm in Chapter 3 finally.
You should also probably go to the Gates of Hell.
With my 24,000 ring.
I think there was a
Yeah, I could buy another combo.
yeah, getting moves is important.
So what do you want?
Can't afford them. Oh wait, yeah, I can afford break. Oh yeah, I forgot that was an option.
They're not expensive. Hold on. Which one was it? I think the portal kick was good.
What?
Portal kick. It's right.
Oh,
yeah,
portal kick.
One.
Too late.
You're supposed to get all the moves eventually, anyway.
Alright, so there is apparently a contest being put on by J Novel Club to submit a light novel for consideration of adaptation into manga. Saw that link that I shared, right?
Actually, no, I didn't. Where did you share it?
No recollection.
Because it's
One
not
of the
in
groups
Discord.
that I share with I have with you. I'll direct message it.
Yeah. either way, I cannot really submit to that anyway.
Why not? Don't have time to write an extra story? Because that is the downside of Railroad. It really consumes a lot of productivity.
Yeah.
It rewards it, but it's very demanding.
Even if I were to, I'm not sure if you're like allowed to submit something that you've already written.
It has a caveat in there about only if it was never posted for money. But I think the fact that you are currently locking advanced chapters by Patreon is very iffy.
Yeah, because it's not posted for money necessarily.
I think it's a gray zone. We're currently at 0 viewers. Currently, we're unaired.
Unfortunate.
I really should like experiment at some point. I have some weeks off later this year, and just do like a week of streaming, just to see when people.
Yeah, getting viewers on a stream is generally just a nightmare.
Yep.
I also sound way squeakier than I do in my own head. What was I? Right. The J-Novel Club contest.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually write something new with that.
Yeah, I think what I was trying to get at is that even if I could just submit one of my existing novels, I wouldn't, because Retribution Engine is long as fuck, and I genuinely don't believe it has a chance of getting adapted in J-Novel Club. And Chronocaster is already getting published anyway, so...
By the way, congrats on that.
Yeah, I haven't received the final contract yet, but it's fairly far along in that preliminary process, in the negotiations.
Dude, these fiery birds are actually a pain in the dick. What is this actually supposed to just be a shoot 'em up right now?
They have contact damage?
Yeah.
That's a bra moment.
It's when they're in the fiery mode, they have contact damage. Yeah, this thing, why can't I... Anyway, so I'm going to try and write what has been accused of being regurgitated Dragon Quest. I told you about it, didn't I? A bullet. A bullet. Where it is the like the loser of the heroes party is like the only person who comes out of the fight with the Demon Lord uninjured, and he tries to like save everyone else, and he's the main character of the story immediately after killing the Demon Lord.
No, I don't think you did tell me about that one. The most recent of yours that you've spoken to me about was the little RPG with the Minimech.
Oh yeah, so the story that I was supposed to be trying to do as a second attempt and completely stalled out on.
The lead RPG one.
Well, I call it a tower climber usually because the only stat that's tracked is a synchro rate with the mech.
Ah. So you stalled out on that.
Yeah, dude, I got like 30,000 words into it, and just realized that I would rather be writing other stuff.
Understandable.
Well, part of the problem is I have to like completely rewrite my isekai novel right now.
The Mafia one?
The portal with the succubus roommate.
Ah. Yeah, I've kind of just been somewhat spinning my wheels the last 2 weeks. So fucking hot, I can't get shit done.
Yeah, here Europe, like, it's not just a meme from the news companies. It's like actually hot as balls over there.
I mean, no, it gets like this basically every summer. It's not new. Like right now, it's let's see. Right now it's like 26. The thing is, it's 77% humid.
So over here in Michigan, and what's this? We've been having the craziest thunderstorms that I can remember. And that means it is like 90 degrees. What do I need to jab? 90 degrees Fahrenheit and 100% humidity. And the thunder, I was comparing to the London Blitz because it was just hour after hour in the middle of the night, booming explosions.
Jesus.
Absolutely ridiculous.
But yeah, it gets hot as fuck in the summer, but it's not like, oh, unprecedented temperatures. No, these are normal summer temperatures and have been for like 40 years. It's just that, you know, for the last 40 years
So
I
why
haven't
is
been
this
trying
when
to write.
all you Europeans go on vacation at temperature?
I don't know. I don't give a shit about vacations.
Why don't you have air conditioning?
Most of the houses are older than air conditioning.
You can retrofit air conditioning. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. I really don't understand it either.
I mean, it can look nasty as heck when you see like ventilation stapled onto the outside of a 500-year-old building. However, it's better than dying of heat.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get the reasoning. I don't quite understand why we don't have ventilation commonly either. Or why we don't have AC, rather.
Excuse me, game? Oh. I should probably know what city I'm allegedly right now. Excuse me?
Vigrid. You're in Vigrid.
Alright, this is a made-up city.
Yeah. The second game also takes place mostly in a made-up city. Somewhere vaguely in Italy, maybe? I don't know.
So I have a bit of sort of a theory that maybe I need to play Baldur's Gate 3 to confirm. But I honestly think that the best video games are all coming out from indie. And actually
Yes.
have been for a while.
Yeah, no, that's not even a theory. that's just how it is.
Well, I was
Like
thinking about it because the 3 biggest games, well, I guess the 4 biggest games right now, I think are still Minecraft, which was, you know, just some dude. League of Legends, which was a fan project based on StarCraft 1. Followed by, what, Roblox, which I guess was, like, the big company project, I think. But, like, that's entirely driven by fan content.
Roblox is a corporate project, but, like, 90% of the actual content is fans.
And then there's
player
Fortnite.
made.
Which, I don't actually know who made Fortnite.
Epic. Epic themselves make Fortnite.
Okay, so that was actually just a big company managed to make a successful game.
Yeah. I'm still fucking mad that like I was looking forward to Fortnite for like years and years, like back when it was still getting like previews for being a survival game.
And then it became just the Battle Royale. Because,
yeah, that was
streamers.
just like a testing minigame.
Oops.
And then it blew up.
We are in an era where the only success, like, you have to cater to streamers basically to succeed, because that is the only way people discover video games.
Unfortunately,
If a game isn't good to stream, then it's not good.
Speaking of games coming out, man, this summer is just fucking loaded.
Oh my god.
Just so much shit coming out.
Such as?
AC6, Baldur's Gate 3,
That was
Starfield.
today, wasn't it?
Yeah, Armored Core 6 came out yesterday. I think I'm like halfway done downloading it. So
Oh, it didn't allow pre-downloads?
What?
You couldn't pre-download the game for release day?
You could say that. I also just have shit internet, so it's slow.
It's not a problem I have. Dude, that thing had hops. Oh, I killed one. I'm probably gonna have to download Baldur's Gate 3 because I talked with a friend yesterday, and he explained that it actually is an RPG with co-op, and it's like the first one to come out with like real quality to it in 15 to 20 years. Unless you count, well,
No.
I guess their previous
That's a no.
titles, Divinity Sin. Like, they're like the only studio doing it.
Yeah, basically. You got Original Sin and you got Baldur's Gate 3, and those are the only ones that do it.
They used to be so common and such a wanted thing, and no one wants to do it. No studio wants to make that kind of game, except Larian, apparently.
Yeah, but Larian has been doing this, basically making the same kind of games for 20 years. Like they have been making Divinity for as long as they have been making games.
I just died to the lava. What I'm curious about is whether Baldur's Gate 3 has the same juvenile humor that Divinity has. Which isn't exactly a bad thing. It's kind of funny. But it is
I would say
not
yes.
what you would expect from like a serious Dungeons & Dragons game.
I would say yes. Like, off the top of my head, you get the squirrel at the start. Where a territorial squirrel comes at you and you can kick it at the tree.
Hey, platinum.
But it's also horny as fuck.
I am convinced that they are upset how much staying power Skyrim had because of the X mod.
Who?
Baldur's Gate was envious of Skyrim.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just an iteration on the BioWare romance, because that's what it's like. It's exactly the same as the romances in like Dragon Age. Like, once you get past the approval threshold, immediately the character starts coming into your pants.
Alright.
So I think it's not really anything to do with Skyrim sex mods and everything to do with just doing the BioWare romance to the full extent. Which really isn't much. There's not like even a... There really aren't... Fairly sure there are no like actual sex scenes.
Well, give modders a little time. I should probably be reading those notes. Probably interesting.
It's mostly lore, yeah.
Alright, so back to this proposal. The main character... Hey, I don't think I'm going that way. The main character of what I'm going to submit to Jade Novel is the schmuck of the party, of the heroes party. But he's basically survived the whole time because he is their inventory system. So they brought him around because he was carrying all of the stuff that he collected to fight the demons with.
Okay, so he's the only guy that has access to the inventory system.
Yes, because it's dimensional magic, which is rare. But over the course of the journey, the hero has actually like taught him how to fight with a sword. And I want to play into that angle. Well, thanks, game. Load the graphics before loading the hitbox. Love it. But he's like in classic JRPG fashion. The hero refuses to ever use any of the rare item consumables. Because I don't know about you, but whenever I play Final Fantasy, I kill the final boss with like 99 mega ethers.
Of course, that's to be expected.
I think a lot of people have that experience. So what I want to play into is the hero dies during the Demon Lord fight. And the guy that has to save everyone else from like was banished to hell, is doomed to die, their magic core is fractured, you name it, kind of deal. Just says, well, I wasn't the hoarder. I'm going to use everything. Oops. So even though he's not the hero, he's just like burning through all of the items the hero has, hoarded over the entire journey. To try and make up for the difference between a regular human and someone blessed by the gods.
Could be, it makes me think of the fucking, what was it? The fight early on in Overlord, where he's just spamming cash shop items.
Yes, that is. I'm familiar with Overlord, and there are advantages to that.
I fucking hate Overlord.
Oh, Overlord's terrible. Oh my god.
It starts promising, but then it just shits the bed.
Yeah, Volume 1, where he actually focuses on the fact that he's... What'd I do?
You fixed something in the real world.
Sync? Anyway, so in Volume 1 of Overlord, where the author was, like, actually focusing on the fact that he's sad his playgroup fell apart, oh, fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I've honestly heard, and I wouldn't discount the proposition that the author, like, purposely toned down the edgy shit in the early volumes to get a deal to get a light novel adaptation, and then once he had it, he just stopped giving a shit and started using the fic as like venting for his edgelord bullshit, and just making it as edgy and obnoxious as possible.
Alright, you probably know further ahead than I do, but when I learned about, apparently there's a certain canon event about Shaltir and a human maid that she was, annoyed by, I was kind of like, not where I wanted that.
Yeah, no, it just gets really fucking stupid and edgy. Like, if Ainz is, if Ainz is like a villain, but like a redeemable villain early on, he just becomes a generic misery porn type villain later on. Like, it just gets bad.
Dude, I hate how incompetent he is.
Yeah.
I've only read the first 2 novels. One of my friends has read a lot more, and he's just kind of like, yeah, it's pretty terrible, bro.
Yeah.
But the anime is pretty far into the series now, and it's just garbage. I hate him.
Exactly. One of the most popular Overlord related pieces of fiction is a fanfic that makes him not a retard.
Gee, I wonder why. It's almost like people like competency.
But like, if you look,
Oh, that's 5 hits and I lose.
Yeah. It's a challenge. If you look into what the author is actually like, it suddenly starts to make sense. He's basically a petulant man-child. Like, he constantly bitches at his readers for complaining about stupid narrative decisions. Like, in author's notes, he threatens to stop writing the book if they don't stop complaining.
During the torture attack, man. During the torture... Oh, whoops. I didn't think it loaded that way. Okay, but... So there are advantages to starting the hero, or the main character, with limited items. There are disadvantages. Like, you kind of get into a situation of, like, the early threats clearly are not a real threat, 'cause it's almost an optimization problem, right? Which is weird. So I'm trying to figure out ways that he's obligated to use all of a certain type of item, and just move between focuses. Of, you know, for the first dungeon, what matters is all the sands of time he's because he has to turn, like, you know, the cleric has been cursed to die in 4 hours or something. So he has to use the sands of time to get him over to somewhere where the curse can be broken. Well, and by the end of it, he's used all of the sands of time, which is why he doesn't have them for anything else. It's because, well, that was time sensitive. There was no alternative. So I'm hoping I can get the best of both worlds by doing it that way, you know?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
How do I use the flail? What the hell?
Spin.
What was that weapon? What the fuck was that weapon? I'll just stand still, whirling it, and if I hit the attack button a second time, I stop whirling it with no attack. What the fuck? That was fucking bullshit.
Apparently you're supposed to keep pressing the punch button with the flail.
I like the bazooka a lot better.
Easier to use.
Honestly, I thought that torture attack was on the big guy. That was a waste. Really? How did he not get clipped? Fantastic. This is such a fun game, Makaso.
Skill issue.
It is. I can't deny that. What I want to know is why she is targeting, like, whatever freaking loser I don't want to attack.
Nice.
Why would it be that guy? That is an annoying combo. That's what I get for trying to learn a combo. What do you think of the fundamental narrative structure of jumping between the main character after the big fight, and jumping back into how the adventure went in the first place, where he learned all the things that he needs currently? So it's like it'll be like 50% flashback, which some people are going to be annoyed by.
Yeah, I was gonna say that some people are gonna fucking hate it. Because, you know, that's exactly the kind of thing you see in shonen. Which, admittedly, would probably go over well with J-Novel Club.
Yeah, this is almost tailor-made to be a manga.
Keep pressing the punch button. That's weird.
Dude, I don't understand.
Bean. Oh no.
Motherfucker, are you kidding me? It would.
Bruh.
Literally just turns on the dodge.
On the upside, at least you're noticeably less dog shit than you were an hour ago.
Say what now?
I said that on the upside, at least you're noticeably less dog shit at the game than you were an hour ago.
Dude, what? It yeeted me out of the torture attack for some reason.
Like you didn't get hit?
I didn't think I could get hit during a torture attack.
Apparently you can, I guess.
Dude! God fucking damn it! The 5-hit rule is such a pain in the ass. The boss does not get stunned.
Well, yeah, because you're hitting it, because you're hitting it in the head. Let's see.
Oh, probably shouldn't have done that. But like, after breaking the armor off, why wouldn't that stun it? Isn't that exactly how the mechanic works?
Hell if I know, I'm looking at the wiki right now, trying to figure it out.
How did I kill that guy, but not the other guy? Like, actually directly. So why do you think so many people hate flat games?
Because it interrupts the current scene. That's the easiest answer, I think. It takes you away from the current scene, which is often a high stakes scene. Like you don't very often see someone complaining about flashbacks when it's someone sitting down and then having a flashback when they're just like thinking. It's always complaining about shit like, oh, Naruto has his third flashback this fight. You know, his first Naruto has his third, fourth flashback to that fucking swing this fight. It's always complaints about that because then it's ripping you out of the action. And on that same note, they're often used as padding, or as cheap emotion. Like when you feel like a fight doesn't have enough emotional stakes, just smack a little sad flashback there for the opponent. Easy clap. Just have the villain go, you see, I was also sad once.
Okay, Demon Slayer. Dude, did you follow Demon Slayer this
No,
this last season? It was awful.
Demon Slayer is the most aggressively mid shonen I've ever seen, and that's why it's so popular. Same thing for Hero Academia. It's just super inoffensive, so it appeals to a lot of people.
Alright, so the thing is that Mugen Train, the movie, was actually really good. I think literally just because they didn't do these big sappy flashbacks, as I recall. They didn't have the time to do that.
Yeah, it tends to be like that. It tends to be that the anime movies don't. It tends to be that shonen anime movies avoid the typical stuff.
God, that instinct! I need to save the torture attack for the boss. Oh.
They avoid the typical padding because, you know, not enough time.
My Hero Academy was so bad.
It's not finished yet, is it?
Nope.
My Hero and Demon Slayer have made me look back and appreciate Black Clover.
Black Clover knew what it was doing.
Yeah, it doesn't pretend to be anything other than what it is. And like, Black Clover is actively trying to be just shonen. It's just trying to be shonen.
Dude, the fact that I can't get a full torture attack is actually why I'm losing this.
I'm pretty sure you could just leave
I could,
and
but
then
no.
come back once you've unlocked more stuff. I don't think the game will stop you. You might also want to just replay the first level, get whatever you've missed there.
Dude, I'm so used to having like bigger hitboxes with my attacks.
You can have bigger hitboxes, but you have to buy a weapon.
The 300,000 point weapons.
I'm pretty sure one of the weapons was like 50,000 early on.
Alright, tell you what, one more attack and I'm out of here. Or one more attempt at an attack. Because yeah, given the logic of this game, I probably should be playing and grinding some. I didn't think that was lined up to hit me. God, why do I impulsively do that? I clearly need it. Okay, I'm out of here. Anyways, going back to Demon Slayer, the same friend that warned me about Overlord also read all of Demon Slayer, and like after season 1, he was just like, it's actually very impressive how good of a show they're making, given the source material is the most aggressively mediocre thing I've ever seen. Come on, surely the Sands of Time fix that. Right? Do I need to... I need to go reactivate the Sands of Time? I spent so long messing around? Come on, Cam. Jesus Christ. Oh, I forgot to ask my boilerplate question. What are you currently reading?
I was reading. Hold on, I need to find the title. I found a meme story on. I think it was some martial arts meme subreddit called Florida Man's General Store in Cultivation World, which is as trashy as you would expect.
But is it a good kind of trashy?
I don't know.
I'm currently binging a manhwa that is like some of the sloppiest slop I've ever read. It is a combination of isekai to a cultivation Murin, but also he is a hunter closing dungeon rifts on Earth after the apocalypse. He gets to flip between the two to power level to become over because he's a reawakener.
Yeah, the Florida Man is it's about, well, a Florida man that is the only survivor of an apocalyptic Earth where he's been using a system to grind out lifespan so he can spend 2 billion years of lifespan for an isekai ticket to another world. And as a result of that, when he arrives, he's been quote unquote mutated 7 times, and when he arrives in the cultivation world, effectively that means that he's an immortal with everything that comes with it without actually knowing what cultivate. He's basically an end tier cultivator without knowing what the fuck cultivation is. And then, hijinks ensue because he starts a shop and starts selling shit.
Of course,
everything
as one
he touches.
does.
Yeah, and anything he touches instantly mutates into a super high tier version of it. So, like, he gets some guy to bring him, like, bananas and cabbages and turns them into demonic yin cabbages and earth elemental sand bananas, and, hijinks ensue. I just haven't gotten... I think I got, like, 1/3 through
what's posted right now, because if you want to go anywhere past the first volume, they force you to download their dogshit app, and I don't feel like it.
Missed
And
4
besides
fights.
that, I've been reading Transcendent Dreams, which is also cultivation, but a lot less trashy. It's pretty typical cultivation stuff. A very cliche Shansha harem story, or Avesha Harem E, by Matt Has also, which, despite the name, isn't a cliche Shansha story and doesn't have a harem. Which, it's not a complaint, but it's, you know, it says it does, but it doesn't.
Is it bad
So much
that I
fucking-
still haven't really started the harem in Undying Emperor?
No, not really.
Like, I've introduced a lot of other girls into the story, but like, I don't know, maybe I'm just waiting to get more engagement out of viewers.
I mean, basically every story that has a harem it's either a
Good morning, Wrangler.
like a side.
The bone. But
It's
no,
either an afterthought
I was born
or
anyways.
the story is completely focused around it,
Shape for you.
to the detriment of everything else.
Well, what I wanted to go for was like the Genghis Khan style, because he's, you know, conquering the world, and
Yeah, of course.
now, okay, he's gonna end up with like 7 wives. But, you know, after his death of old age, there's 7 new kingdoms warring between each other, obviously.
It was a close one this time. This bad boy might even be hard for you to get a handle on.
I'm actually almost... Okay, so how do I buy this weapon?
You buy it, you still have to pay for it.
The only thing under weapon is the Onyx Rose's...
In that case, you already have it, the weapon itself.
Do I just need to equip it?
I think so. Outside the store, I'm pretty sure.
I swear to God, that's what's been killing me this entire time.
It would be funny.
Oh, YouTube things. The only viewer right now is Wrangler. I suppose I don't need to tell Wrangler. Like and subscribe. Yeah, so I am actually having a weird issue with viewer reactions in my current story arc, because everyone's saying that he doesn't have any
Stakes?
freedom. Well, it's not stakes. It's he's not in control of anything. He's just getting dragged around, is what all the commenters are feeling. And it's kind of
Oh,
like,
is it a slave arc?
yeah, sort of, but like that was literally just like a few chapters to get him from point A to point B, and then he's put in charge of the fucking army. But
Yeah,
it's
I
like
mean, there's
he's a
really-
low-ranking noble. Guess what? High-ranking nobles say, "Hey, I'm assigning you to go do this task," and apparently that's him not having any say in anything.
Which is weird, because you don't really see people complaining about that kind of thing when it's
You again. Here I thought
when it's framed differently.
Part of the problem is probably because the previous arc, where he was the island governor, at the start of the story, even he's aware that even if he like fixes the issue with the island, he's just going to have it taken away and given to someone else by court politics, because he doesn't have enough political power at the moment.
I'm sure you'll be
So he takes intentional actions to sabotage the next guy. He solves it in ways that other people can't keep up.
The old programmer method of securing your employment.
Pretty much, yeah. Because like he's basically the only person in the Empire that knows how to kill demons, except for the angels, right?
I'm sorry. I forgot to mention one of
so
the reasons I hunt your
I thought that's working well. I thought I was laying the groundwork for, well, he's accomplishing this, he's building this rapport, he has these connections with merchant guilds. The noble that's adjacent to him is now indebted to him. He's being used to get certain influence. He gets assigned these tasks to prove himself in the eyes of the king, and so on. I think everything's going normal, but multiple people are like, I hate this slave arc.
Yeah. Hold on. Pause the game. Pause the game.
Where the fuck do you equip weapons?
I should be jumping over that tail ship.
You have to press the back button, apparently.
That might be enough Bayonetta for today.
The 4 slots are your hands and legs. Rather, you have set A and set B, which is, 2 different weapons on each. Yeah, so like the slots on the left are arms and the slots on the right are legs, I'm pretty sure.
I have to re-equip. Oh. Obviously, introduce mechanic, use mechanic. How this works. Okay, apparently I can only damage the crystals. Is that a thing?
I think looks like it.
Because
The
I
crystals
definitely
are
tried
his
to just
chin.
cut its toes off, and it didn't work.
Either the crystals or his chest chin. I saw the chin jiggling while you hit it.
See it. Oh, game, what are you doing? Oh. Ah, yes, that's how physics work.
My brother in Christ, this game ends with you shooting God into the sun.
spoilers. This is my first time playing it.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's so decontextualized that it's barely a spoiler.
Alright, so going back to our discussion about agents. It's such a weird thing with fantasy because, wow. People want the character to, like, be in charge of life, but the only people who are like, the people in charge of the cities and the kingdoms and all that. And in order to do that, you have to introduce, like, 1,000 people, factions, and history and all that. And nobody wants to learn all that. They want to learn about some random loser.
No, I don't. I actually disagree there. Readers want to feel like the character is in control of his own life, and you don't really need to make him like a ruler for that. If anything, making the character like a political figure makes it way fucking harder to make it feel like he's in control of his own life because of all the politics going on and dragging him back and forth. If you write about some dipshit nobody that has a big sword and swings it good and kills monsters for lunch, it's way easier to make it feel like he's in control of his own life because it's literally all he has to do is go and kill a monster to feed himself and he's good.
I mean, point taken. But that's a bizarre, non-realistic setup. Like,
yes, yes. I don't know what to tell you. You're writing.
I guess it's the childish desire of power without responsibility. Which,
yeah.
Sure, plenty of people are in for that kind of escapism. But that's literally what they're asking for.
It might also be a minor problem of titling.
Oh, for my story?
Because Undying Emperor, you click on Undying Emperor, you don't expect a guy dealing with petty city level politics. And you don't expect a guy, being anything other than an emperor. I'm speaking from the perspective of the average reader, of course. Like, they click on a story that...
have you read?
Sorry?
How much of my story have you read?
Not much, I will admit. But I'm speaking from the assumptions that most Royal World readers make. Like, they will bitch about the tiniest thing. You will get people complaining about tiny deviations from the story that they think they want to read. You will get people complaining about you not sticking to expected tropes, even though you never once said that you would stick to those tropes. You're gonna get complaints over anything and everything, including chapter length.
What am I supposed to be shooting? Okay, Bayonetta. Oh yes, the lollipop. Very important. Oh, that was an interesting attack pattern. Yeah, so I might be learning the hard way that there is a reason nobody ever writes a story about a literal nobody conquering the world. Because you have to go through so many phases with different fundamental appeals that you basically can't get the same readers interested in the entire story.
Yeah, it's gonna change genres like at least 5 times. Like at the start, it might be actual like individual strength and sorcery, and then as you move into small unit tactics, he becomes a warlord, and
Yes, that is actually
and...
exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
The first arc is straight up a sword and sorcery adventure. And then it moves into a city siege, a small governor position. Now he's, you know, there was some court politics. He's currently... What? How is that not dead?
It shielded its face. And the game demands you to do a cinematic finisher on most major bosses.
Fair enough. Alright, we're finding out if I get a community guideline strike.
You won't, she never gets actually naked.
Honestly, I think I'm defended by the fact that this game is over 10 years old, and I think it was... Most people consider it the best game to come out in 2009. So, I'd be surprised if YouTube punished it.
Regarding your issue with your most recent arc, how it sounded to me is that a couple of your vocal readers have decided that it's a slave arc. And most readers on Royal Road just hate slave arcs. So they've decided that they dislike the arc regardless of the content.
You know, you're not nearly so ugly when you're screaming.
I mean, yeah, probably because, like, he's not even enslaved, he's captured. And he is brought to their god. On the orders of the god. And the guy's just like, "What's up, bro?"
Explain your...
I know the guy that trained you. Like, you were sent here to see me. And we had to kill all those other people because they know that you're actually not who you say you are. That's why we killed the Paw for tying that up for you. I don't know. The answer is usually stick to my guns, right?
More or less, yeah.
My follower count is steadily going up. I have 454 followers right now. Not bad. It's not enough to monetize.
If you don't like hit the big guns, and if you don't like blow up, then you have no reason to worry about it. Like if you're just growing steadily, then yeah, just kind of keep going as you are.
All right, I think I'm going to call the stream here. I finished 2.5 chapters actually, and it's been an hour and a half. Why don't you get a closing advertisement in for our 0 viewer? But people will tune in.
Yeah, go read Chernocaster and go read Retribution Engine. I assure you, yeah, fucking hell. I assure you that it's fun. I hope.
I mean, it's very stylized combat. At it. You seem to have fun writing it, based on all the lore that we talk about.
I usually have fun writing it when I'm not having a fucking aneurysm trying to figure out who is where and who's doing what.
Dude,
yeah.
The current story I'm writing, I genuinely don't have an answer to a plot hole right now.
What is it?
So jumping into Bastion, which, by the way, hey viewers, you should check out my new book, Gamma Coin, Bastion Black Sun Book 2. It's really good cyberpunk. So this is the spin-off in Bastion, where this is the corporate nihilism, right?
Ah, that one, the Office one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need, for various reasons in the story, to get the main character access to things he needs to have access to, I had to kill off his boss, and I wanted to make it interesting. So the boss goes missing during or so they work at a programming company, and his boss is the guy helping the police with an investigation into a corruption scandal, because they operate the encrypted communication service, and there's that going on in the background. And suddenly the boss just goes missing, and he turns up shot dead at in the ghetto, basically, and he's just found at this shootout. But what I threw in was that he wasn't killed in that shootout. Someone tried to make it look like he was, but the detective figures out that he was shot somewhere else and dumped there to make it look like he had been killed in the shootout. I have no good answer for who killed him. I have an okay answer that it was the people who actually got shot up, because it's like a PC cafe. They are the ones that killed him, and they took advantage of the fact that their place had just gotten blasted, and they dumped their own corpse there to make it look like the other people were at fault.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Well, that opens the question of why did those people kill him? Which the only tight answer is because they have a vested interest in the corruption scandal. But that can go one of either ways, where it's either he's slow rolling it and they want to see so and so arrested, or it's because he's helping too much and they're trying to help so and so get off. Right?
Yeah, I see a problem.
So, gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah, oftentimes you just get. Usually, when I couldn't figure something out, I ended up just getting a search just out of nowhere, just randomly doing something else, and then feeling like a massive fucking retard for not thinking of it earlier.
Right on. Alright, gonna close the stream here then. Both of our links are in the description, everyone. Check it out. Drop a like, drop a subscribe, tell your friends about this. Tune in for my book reviews and such. Next Saturday is going to be the Elric and Melnibone book club discussion. I'm going to line up some more indie authors to talk about that. It's a good book. Yeah, I'm closing. You got anything left to add?
Really not much. I've already shilled my book. Just go read Chernocaster. It might get published at some point in the near future.
Right on. Alright, I'm hitting the end stream button. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. All of you that are still here.
Thanks for tuning in.